work?
Okay,
besides love.
First what I expect out of marriage is someone that reminds me of Allah. Like you said, peace. If her reminding of Allah brings peace, mashallah. Looking at her, right, and I can see Jannah, bro, you know. I want her to be my Hudal Ain.
Mashallah.
You know what I mean?
Hudal Ain,
hey. So woo. I want someone that can take care of my children.
And who can cook for me to eat.
Right? She has to.
I tell my mom that shit every day.
Buy food and get married and go buy food. No.
Hell no.
You know, like, it's her right. But if she chooses to, it's her. But you cannot hate her for not cooking. Also, although me, personally, I would want my wife to cook for me. I'm just saying you cannot blame her for. I'm not saying you cannot blame her. It is not
obligatory.
Basically, it's not fun.
What do you think makes a marriage work?
I think it's of course it's Allah.
Besides,
This is the type of man. This is the type of man. He's taking an exam. How does air work? Allah.
in your opinion, what do you think makes a marriage work?
In his opinion?
In your opinion.
His opinion.
Yeah.
Look, she don't want me to answer the question. I'm gonna just go.
He said Allah, and
I say Allah.
Of course,
Besides
it is
Allah.
Allah. There is no besides Allah.
I'm saying
It can only be Allah. okay, I understand. Through the will of Allah, I would say sabr, patience. People are like, this, you can only wait for so long, bro. Do you think my mom over the seas with my dad lasted over 30 years they've been married? And do you think any insecurities or anything ever popped up in their head? Growing up in the U.S., it's our type of insecurities.
I got one. Basically, what you get into is comparison. If you compare your relationship to somebody else on the internet, y'all shit doomed.
It's done. But I also see like the older generation love was way more tough than
it's about how this generation views marriage now.
Yeah.
They don't view it as like a obstacle, or they just view it as something that you do for fun.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't last.
They don't view it as
They
a
just
challenge.
the
Marriage is challenge.
party shit.
That's what I was just party and get like this.
Yeah, that's it.
The wedding.
Speaking of wedding, honestly, go
Big
ahead.
wedding or a small wedding?
I would say, look, we go to the masjid, get the nikah done. After that, what we do, we go on a honeymoon to Makkah or to Bali or something. There was this story of a big family, right, in Saudi or something. They asked us, like, you know, people always want to compare this big on their marriage. We want to do something bigger. With the money these people have, I'm talking about, is humongous. It's huge. And the guy gave them the advice. And they went to the masjid, they brought a lot of food, take it to the masjid, alhamdulillah. They ate, nikah is done. That's it. And now, other people are going to be led. Other people are going to try this because this big family is showing, okay, it doesn't, why would you do it? First of all, it's mostly about tradition.
And what people think, that's why they do
It's
big
usually
marriages.
the moms.
We live in a place.
Look. I ain't gonna lie. The people in my village and shit,
Right.
they be, you know, African women, they love dancing and shit.
I just feel like throwing money regardless of the concept is the way of the jahiliyyah. They're used to each other. They don't love each other, bro. If you care about what people think about what you say, your podcast.
Some people don't like truth.
Another big issue is that we have a wedding. The people I'm talking about, they might not even fully like each other, right? Huh? They might not even like each other. Like the people that's coming to the wedding, right? They might not even like the bride like that. And they come, they try to outdo. They gonna try to outdo the bride. They come in with the best dress.
They gonna eat
best
the shit out of y'all. I ain't gonna
and look, they go there to compete.
I ain't gonna lie. The bridesmaids be looking better than the bride fool.
They go there to compete.
Yeah.
You know,
dressing wise.
And the guys also, what the guys do, they go there looking for wives. But it's not right though in a sense. You know,
is it wrong?
It's kind of is wrong.
How?
That's why we don't even supposed to have this type of things.
If you imagine you find your future wife at a
wedding. Yeah, it happens, but that shouldn't be your intention.
I ain't saying going
a lot of people shit. Because look, men will like, okay, they get married, let's go find our wives over there. No, if it just happens, understandable. But if that's your full attention, if that's your full attention, then a lot of people do that fool. Like that's their attention.
What's your opinion on long distance marriages?
Honestly, that's part of the reason why I don't think about going back to the village. It takes time to bring them here. When I get married, I want to be with my wife every day. You know, I don't want to wait 2-3 years to make the papers on it. That's one reason why. Because look, I want to get married at 25, enjoy the marriage, not go back every month to be with her, or be there for a month, come back.
You gonna cheat on her?
It's tough.
I'm telling you.
Let's say she's in a different state in the United States.
That's an easy fix, bro.
That's not a problem.
Sweetheart, come to me. I'm calling to you. Answer my name. That's it. It's that simple. We moving in together. It's that simple. Let's move to a different state. Alhamdulillah. I mean, I'm not gonna cheat on my wife, but it's gonna be tough. I mean, even if it's long distance, I can't cheat. I can't.
You gonna have to get married again.
This is a commit. If I rather just divorce her if I have to cheat with her, because it's a compromise between me and that person, and it's a contract that we made to Allah.
Your opinion on polygamy?
Polygamy. Okay, first of all, you can't have threesome with your wife in our religion. No. And if you want to marry her, you have to treat all of them. I can't say you have to love all of them. You have to love all of them equally, but you have to treat all of them equally. Honestly,
this nigga true.
His heart is too big to marry one wife. He has to share it with 2-3. Honestly, I can only love one.
I don't know how people can equally love. How?
You cannot equally love them, but you have to treat them the same.
How?
You can't.
Oh, okay. I thought you said can. I'm about to say
the thing is, you have to treat them equally.
Treat them equally is you know your feelings. Your feelings are going to be your actions.
Have more than one wife.
Oh hell no! I know I ain't.
No, when we say treat them equally, as in like treat them.
Your feelings turn into actions.
No. Also like let's just say, when you have a room for one, a house. Have a room in a house for another one.
Just women are petty though. That's some big shit. You gotta.
I mean, it's not like fully calculated. Okay, if one wife just asks, "Can I get this?" Okay, but if the other wife asks for something else, you can't be like, "I'm gonna smash her." You
didn't know how to handle 2 wives.
I'm not. I can't do it. But like, if the woman says she wanna have today, and the other one, and you say okay, the other one says she wanna have next week. No, you have to go to the other one, bro. You know?
She sound cool, but
I can't marry more than one.
You gonna be tied in.
That's somebody like, okay, we gotta bring somebody for y'all that might marry 2 wives. You know, maybe Abu or Bao probably would.
Boom for sure.
Boom. Hey.
Boom for sure.
Boom!
I can't do it, fool.
Why do you think you can't have 2 wives?
I just me and my wife. I don't need another women yelling at me from over there or some shit.
That's already, okay, I was gonna say, it's already in this generation, maybe during the time of the Prophet, understandable, when there are less men and more. It's a lot of men out there. Yeah, I'm being too selfish if I marry more than one wife. And another thing is,
not really.
More
women in the world. That's not selfish.
There will be more women in the world.
It is more women in the world right now.
Right now.
Yes.
The last time I checked, it was more men than women.
For real?
Yes.
Shit.
That's crazy. Yes.
Shit.
Search it up right now. You're gonna see.
Damn.
But another thing I realized is God is yelling and jabbering, right? Too much fool. In this generation, it's too. Yeah, I'm right. See, I was right. More men than women. But there will be more women than men. The rate is crazy. As a man, I know how the generation is. It took me.
Damn, Negro.
Probably 30, 20, 26 years to get married to one wife, right? Where you been all those 20? She was here first, right? And it's not just that. You know how hard it is to marry just one woman in this generation? You know how hard it's going to be to find another good woman like her?
Sometimes they could be underneath, but you just don't see it.
Yeah. Why do you think women in this generation don't accept polygamy?
Because they don't understand the bigger picture. It depends on the man's intentions. If he trying to, bring more Islam or stuff like that.
Change.
Why?
Cross that out.
Why?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. But
why do we what?
Why do you think some men feel the need to have multiple wives?
So they can. Okay,
I just feel like a lot of the time.
Desire. That's it.
A lot of the time, honestly, men be, especially in Africa, they be getting married to a second, third wife for the wrong reason, and they can't even support the first wife.
Exactly.
They go back after marrying somebody. They go for somebody young.
Yeah.
And, they make that woman feel older after 2-3 years and marry somebody else, and they can't even take care of 2-3 wives.
They do be going crazy. They just do it to feel their desire.
Push it to 2. Push it to 2 wives. Understandable. But I would never marry more than one wife. No. I mean,
question. Look. You asking this question. We gotta ask you a question. Look, you talking about marriage and shit. What kind of husband would fit your image? Your image.
Same thing y'all said. I think someone you have to be religious, because if you can't respect the thing that created you, how would you respect your spouse?
Simple answer, bro. That's a good answer.
Would you marry an infertile woman? Have kids?
Yeah, I ain't gonna. Well, yes.
Adopt.
I ain't gonna, but she got to give me the option to have a second wife.
It comes with compromise.
Like listen, I would adopt it. Me in the future, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna adopt a kid. That's just I just made that decision. I gotta adopt. But if it come to like, you don't want to just not have no kids type shit. Come on, like.
So would that be a reason for you to have a second wife?
That probably be. I probably wouldn't, but that'll be there. It'll be there.
I have a question.
What's the question?
I have a very good question. What do you feel about a woman very young, not even married yet, and they say they don't want to get married? I mean, they say they don't want a kid when they get married. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's a reasonable? Do you even think that's moral? Because
they're gonna grow out of there. They're gonna grow out of it.
Yeah, I think so. Cause I think that they don't see. They haven't grown. I don't know how to explain it.
He's alright. He understand. You got your answer, nigga.
It's just in this generation. Cause 10 years ago, you wouldn't ask. I feel like 10 years ago, everybody would get married to want to have like 10 kids. But in this generation, people want to grow up to party and do all this stuff, and they think that having children takes that away from them.
They be like, I want to live my best life, and if I have a kid, I have to live for them. What do you mean, bro? Your parents had to live for you. You're being very selfish of your future child, you know? That's not good, bro. Because if your parents thought about the same, then maybe you wouldn't be here.
You got your answer.
Women wanting to see what doesn't exist. What do you see as a woman that, if you was a man and you like a woman, or let's just say you interested in a woman, and she comes and y'all talking, she likes you, I really do. When I want to get married, I can't think of anybody else but you. But I'm just not ready to get married yet. I want you to wait around until I'm done with my hot girl shit, you know? When I'm 25, 26, after I'm done having fun. Then I'm gonna come back to you.
I think that just shows that they don't see marriage the same way as you. They see life as something that, oh, you're young, you should have fun. But you can have fun while married.
Who are you?
Who are you? What do you perceive a woman that shows their bodies?
You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. You just ain't gonna be my wife.
I think it's a phase.
It's a phase.
Because I was like that.
A phase?
For some people.
How?
I used to be like that. I used to show my body on Instagram a lot. They became a hijab.
We alhamdulillah.
It's normal for this generation, so they don't see it as something.
It's good. It's a good example for other people.
Yeah. But do you think some people might use that as an excuse to do immoral things, especially this generation?
Like being covered up?
They use the face as an excuse. I'm just young.
Everything haram is so normalized now that people don't see it as something. Yeah. They don't see it as they doing something wrong.
They use the young excuse too much, you know. Bro, 19, 20, 21.
I don't think they use it as an excuse. It's just normalized. Everyone is like that, so it's normal to be like that. I feel like being halal is the
opposite. Because when I went to Saudi Arabia, it's basically the complete opposite of here. That shit is crazy.
We're gonna play that. Corruption would be so much that what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. And so much haram is around. When you're around so much things haram, and when you say something, anything about...
Become religious for saying something like it.
For saying something, let's just say you don't suppose to, oh my God, you know the Quran, bro. You just think you are that, bro. What do you mean? You know, one of the worst people is when you remind a brother or a sister that this is wrong. Bro, there's a special place for them in the... Bro, this is Muslims going to Jahannam. I come and say, bro, I don't think you should do this. It's not good. And then they reply to, like, mind your business. Between me and Allah.
Sometimes you feel guilty for not telling them because you know the answer they're going to give you.
Between me and Allah. Musa asked for rain. Yeah, Musa, ask your Lord, since you say you're a prophet, ask your Lord, we want rain. So I went and said, Allah, they asked for rain. Can we get rain? And Allah replied and said, there's someone that...
You too tired.
There's only one person that doesn't believe in Allah. He committed a sin or something. Allah won't bring the rain down. Musa went to the people. They said, why the rain haven't come? You know what he said? One of you need to go back and return to Allah. Ask Allah for forgiveness, or else Allah won't bring the rain. And all of a sudden it starts raining. So they look at Musa as a liar, like, wow, you just said. And Musa went back to Allah, what happened? I thought you said. And then he said, the person, as soon as you made that speech, he returned back to me and he asked for forgiveness. And I accepted the da'wah, and then I made it rain. And Musa asked Allah, where is that person? And Allah said, Musa, why would I tell you the person that asked for my forgiveness if I hid him away from you while he was committing all those sins between me and him? So regardless, Allah is protecting this person while he's committing sin. It's just a way to show that regardless of how many people around believe, never say, like, I can't make a difference. Because if that person never asked for the tawbah, it would not rain. Although everybody else asked, we still needed that one person to say, okay, Allah is saying, okay, you're forgiven for it to happen. A lot of people be like, okay, my opinion doesn't matter or something, but it does. As-salat wa salam. Everything we said that is correct is because of Allah, and everything that we said that is wrong is because of us, because we are imperfect. So our praise is due to Allah, the King, the Master, the Creator of the seven heavens and the earth. And we send peace and blessings upon his beloved Prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and like, follow, you know what I'm saying, on Big Forum. Let us know what to talk about.